Okay, thank you, Rue. Gonna load up this real quick and show you some tips and tricks real quick. Then we shall play a game. Ugh. God, it takes forever to load. Does anybody else take forever to load into these offline maps? Okay, so exact, practice, auto exact. Okay, so now I have on unlimited ammo, I believe. Let's see, do I? Yes. So my practice exact gives me unlimited ammo and unlimited time and all this stuff, and then you can see like what you're throwing, so you know how to practice. That's tip number 1 if you want to get good at Counter-Strike. Go to the just Google how to make a practice exec for Counter-Strike. You can just name the file whatever you want, but I just named it prac for practice. And then you can like fly around the map here. So yeah. So you wanted me to give you like tips and tricks on this map, right, for team play? Well, it just depends. Okay, so it depends on your setups, but on T side, you usually want to do like a default, depending on your strategy. But yeah, you want to do a default and get map control if you're playing on team game. So first thing, you want to have someone either watch this spot. One person dedicates the B side, make sure you hold the pushes. Or if you want them to, you can like flash or smoke to get them like over here. And then you just want to take control of the map. So you want to control this area on T side. You want to obviously control like this area here. And then have one guy go over here and control this area, make sure they don't push up. And that's like your default. And then like you can have 1 or 2 guys just sit back here and spot. That way if you decide to go here, you can then move up. That's what you want to do on T side, do a default. Where you have 1 person watch there. That's what the pros do. 1 or 2 people will work mid, and then 1 person watch door over here. And then usually when you call strats on T side, you want to do at least like a 4-1, which is where like at most like 4 people go one way and the other one stays the other way, so that way they don't all rotate. So like one guy could stay here and just fake B. That way the 2 players that are B won't rotate and they won't know like what's going on. So 2 players defending B will stay B while the 1 guy is faking. And then the other 4 can attack the other sites, which usually allows you to do like a 4v3 hit. Like the worst case scenario is there would be like 3 people over here, right? You have like 2 in sight, 1 mid. So then it's a 4v3. And that's like a pretty good scenario. So that's like 1 hit you can do as a 4-1. And then the worst case scenario is like 3 people here. Best case scenario is like 1 or 2, obviously. You want me to show you some flashes? Okay. I mean, there's like a million different flashes and nades and stuff. So the way I do this is there's a couple different ways. You can run up and like just aim right here and jump and throw. I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I've done it.
Laying down smoke.
And that should land close. Okay, it's a little off. The way I do it in pugs is just like ghetto style, because it's just a pug. I'll like spawn here, and I run up and I just aim a little bit to the left and throw, like this. You'll see me do that like every single time, pretty much. And it's just like kind of a ghetto throw. That landed pretty good. So that's just like a winging it kind of throw, but if you're going to do a match, you'd probably want to make sure you know that flash or smoke like perfectly. Because it's important to make that one land perfectly. Then when you take mid control, you come up here, and these are called the crisscross smokes. A lot of the pros do this like mid round, like late mid round, where they wait for the CT sides to throw all their nades, waste their mollies, waste their nades and stuff. Then they come here, and one person does that.
Smoke.
The other one does this and crisscrosses.
Throwing smoke.
Oh shit! And then you're pretty much covered right there. And then obviously you can kind of flash out and just come out and execute. Like 1 person can boost, 1 or 2 people can come out and just take this area. That's called a crisscross smokes. And then once you get vents control, you can kind of fake going to B from vents, or you can rotate towards A. So that's what like a lot of pros do. You usually do that like mid round. Like a lot of the time, like when I'm pugging, you'll see me do this where I'll throw this crisscross smoke by myself because I'm just pugging.
Laying down smoke.
And then I'll flash, depending on, usually I'll like do one of these because usually there's a smoke right there and it blinds them. And then I'll come out here and kill this guy close. But yeah, usually there's like a smoke here, so you're usually covered from anywhere over here. And then this smoke usually covers you from like the guy over there. But then if you wanted to come out, the safest way to come out would be to like throw the smoke right in the middle, like this.
Smoke.
And the safest way to come out is to, imagine there's a smoke right here. You throw the flash
Deploying
there,
flashbang.
and then you come like this, because then really you're covered from here. There's no one there, they can't see you there, they could see you here, but the smoke is usually up. So then you're really just fighting like one spot right here, which would be like white box. And then at most you're like really just fighting one guy because they're all smoked off. That's usually like most pros do that. Oh, and then also you would have someone boost and be above you. So if you do it fast, he would be above you, and then you're both like fighting at the same time. So that's why a lot of pros do it that way, because it's really safe that way. Let's see, some nades. I'm trying to think. Obviously, you can just go over to the site here and just wing this.
Throwing smoke.
That's a wing one. If you know they're like over here or here, like this is quad, this is fence. You can obviously wait. Can I buy molly? Yeah, I can buy molly. You can just wing the molly off of there. That's
Incendiary out.
fence. You should never throw it like this, because that's like that's like a lot harder to do. Just wing it off that.
Incendiary.
But yeah, you've got to be careful not to aim in the middle there, or like right there, because then it messes it up. But usually that doesn't happen.
Incendiary out.
And then if you want to hit quad, you want to aim right here.
Throwing fire.
Perfectly hits quad. So just right there, or right like here. Those are your two spots. And then if you know someone's posted up like an opper, you want to come out here, pull out the grenade, have it cocked, and just shoulder peek him. He'll miss the shot, and then you just whip it at the position. And then you want to like, just wait for him not to move, because he has to move once you do that. So he'll be hiding probably, and then you just whip it out. Or if he's quad box, you can shoulder peek that and just molly that off, and then that takes him out of that position. There's some good smokes. You go back here. You jump on, I think it's on top of this. It's been a while since I've done it. There's little dots right here. You see these little dots? I don't know if you can see that. You just aim right to the left, the little dots right there. And you throw that.
Laying down smoke.
And then that lands and cuts off this side of the site. So that way you can just, do one of these.
Smoke.
That way you can just do one of those. And that way you can just kind of, take the site and be covered once you're entering this area of the site. That's what the pros do. Usually like that. It depends. You usually want to flash before coming out of here. Either you flash or your teammate flash. You want to check the boost there. They can boost up there. Obviously, you want to check that. If you have to wing it, you can just kind of like wing the smoke. Trying to think how you do it. I think you just aim right here, I want to say.
Throwing smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. You just aim so like right above this lamppost and just whiff it.
Smoke.
Or whoop it, or whatever you want to call it. It lands right in there. That's like a ghetto one. What else? So that's some nades. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, some good mollies. So you can aim like right up here when walking, like walk forward and aim, and throw like that. And oh, that didn't work. What the fuck? It's been a while. Been a while since I've had to do that. Usually I do this one where you come into this corner here, and you aim right here, like the tip of this wall where it meets right here, and that lands. That's like a set molly. It lands right there and mollies it. You just aim in this corner, line up right here, molly. That's usually what I do. But you can do it like this. I know you can do it. You just like line up with this up here. Or maybe it's like this up here. Maybe that's what it was. Just kind of throw while walking. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So you line up with this like up here, just walking out, throw.
Throwing fire.
See, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I don't usually use that molly, so I don't know. That's iffy. You might have to like figure out how that one works. What up, Cougar? Doing good, man. How do you molly vents? From like, it's T or A main. Wait, it's T or A main. I don't actually know the molly for vents because I've never done it. I think you line up on top of this, and you like, let me see. Okay, so it's like, I don't know actually. Not sure. I want to say, I'm not sure where they aim it at. Let's see. I guess just like right here somewhere. I don't know. Maybe right here? You just kind of like throw it between there?
Incendiary out.
Oh, except I missed. Let's try that again. Okay, so you line up probably like right here. You aim like right between there.
Throwing fire.
Okay, I'm not throwing high enough. Let me aim higher. Okay, so aim like right here.
Incendiary.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that one, but something like that is how you do it. The vent one. What else? Oh, okay, just smoke off sight here. You can either throw it like heaven, for instance. You want to be like, I'm trying to think of how to do it.
Laying down
You want to be
smoke.
running forward and just throw like that. Not like super fast, just hitting your run speed. Like not super fast run, but just hitting your run speed.
Smoke.
And just throw it like right there. That'll smoke off heaven. And that's pretty good because, as you can see, they can't really run out and be covered. You don't want it to land like right here, because then they can run out and cover it. So that's how you smoke off heaven on the rush,
Throwing smoke.
like that. And then like CT is, I think, like this. I don't know
Laying
CT
down
very well.
smoke.
Except you want to throw that deeper, because if it's like that, then that's really bad because they can run through it. So you want to probably be like, let's see, just deeper probably. Probably run harder. Nah, you need to practice that one. I don't really know that one. Maybe it's like this.
Laying down smoke.
That's more like it. That's better. Okay, so now we know. It's like up there. Like this.
Throwing smoke.
Yeah, that's better. That's pretty good. Then you can do it. You can do it from over here too. I honestly don't remember these though. They changed the texture or something, so it's different. Let me think. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I don't remember these. I think you aim like right there or something. Or wait, that's a CT smoke. Okay, CT smoke is you come in this corner. There's like a little tiny dot right in here, but you can barely see it, and you aim to the left, I believe.
Laying down smoke.
Okay, that was close. It's supposed to hit here. Maybe you aim on the dot. Wait, let me see. Because it's supposed to hit that and fall to the right. Maybe you aim on the dot. Or maybe it's to the right of the dot. I'm thinking left. I'm thinking left. Maybe it's right.
Smoke.
Might be right. No? I don't know. I forget. Because they changed like the textures on like a recent update for some weird reason. And then you can come in here and molly this. I just don't 100% remember these though. I think it's like somewhere over here you aim.
Incendiary.
No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't remember these because I never do them in pugs, so it's hard to remember. I guess you just maybe aim above it?
Throwing
That's the
fire.
molly. Okay, so that's pretty much the molly. That's pretty good. Yeah, you just aim above it. You come over here, line up, and aim above it. But I don't usually do it. Yeah, so just like aim above it wherever, and this area is probably fine.
Incendiary out.
You could probably even aim a little bit higher, and that's good. What's a pop flash that just gets them on B and A so my support player can throw them? I can entry? Yeah. So pop flash, let's see. You just sit back here, I believe, and pop flash this. Let me see. We'll just do it with a frag grenade so you can see. Just aim like right here. Actually, I think you aim higher. I think it's like right here.
Grenade out.
And that lands right there. Although that was actually far forward. It's been a while since I've played like league matches on these maps, like over probably a year now, so I don't remember. Yeah, so you just like sit back here, maybe aim towards like this tip of the vent here.
Throwing
Throw
grenade.
that. I think if that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. They wouldn't see that coming. There's the pop flash there. You can flash yourself in though. Like most people, what they'll do is like just overhand throw like that and run in type of thing. Because now that you can overhand or underhand throw, a lot easier. You know what I mean? So yeah, most people just go like one of these and just run in. And a good thing to do is like shoot a bullet or two right before it goes off, because then they think you're coming out with your gun and they look at it. That's what a lot of the good players do, is they'll bait them into looking. So that's that, and then B is pretty much the same way. Oh, B, like you'll see me do this in pugs all the time, where you just come over here, and if you're ecoing or something, you just aim at 45-degree angle. This is a 45-degree angle right here.
Deploying flashbang.
And you throw that, and it bounces, although you probably want to aim lower. If they're holding this angle trying to op you,
Grenade
Just hit it right off there. That flashes this guy holding like right here, that upper angle. It'll blind the guy right here. And they don't really see it coming either unless they know of it. They'll just see the flash go past and think it's going to go past, and it comes back and hits them and blinds them. So you want to throw like one of these. I've done this in Pugs before, and it's like like if I have like 1 rounds just by throwing these 2 flashes and tell my team to rush. So you just come up here on the spawn, throw that,
Throwing flashbang.
and then throw one of these.
Flashbang.
Although I fucked it up. So it blinds this guy here. He falls back. The other guy's usually in sight, and then that flash comes through the door and blinds them also. And then you just like rush the site and bum rush them with Tech 9s or whatever. But if you want to pop flash this correctly for your team, I think you can just like sit right here. Actually, it's probably back here. You sit back here, and you want to aim high.
Fire in the hole.
Like right there. Perfect. Okay, so you want to aim high. You want it to blow up high because that guy sits behind headshot. So probably like aim like this, right about here.
Throwing a grenade.
That's perfect. There is no way they're going to dodge that. And it's good because this guy sees it. The headshot guy, you want to aim high so it blows up high in the doorway. That way this guy gets blind. And so does like anyone else. They would never see that coming. Pretty much anyone would get blind by that. Hello, Bella. What's up? So yeah, you want to aim high, just like, what did I do, like this? You can just feel it out pretty much. Just go in your own server and practice. You know.
Grenade out.
But right like that. And pop. And just tell your teammates to stack right here and then run through it, pretty much. So that's good. Another good flash when you're defending is like this. I'm trying to think of how you do it. I honestly don't know how to do this one, but I've seen people do it. This works really well. You don't see it coming for some weird reason. I've been destroyed by this multiple times. I think you just sit like that. Yeah, it's like that. You don't see that coming for some weird reason. It's like a really good flash. This is a really good flash that I use all the time. You shoot out the vent so they know you're here and they hear you, and then you just aim right down here.
Throwing flashbang.
And then they don't really see that coming either. It just pops like right there. You see how they hear it bop, and then if you make noise, they won't see it coming. It just like pops right there, and then you can kill anyone in this area. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I think that's about all I got. Maybe throw like, if you're under the vent, maybe throw like one like that or something. I don't know. That's pretty shit. I don't know. Oh, what else? Some things I do in Pugs, like if I want to rush or something, or if I'm saving, I'll specifically aim right here instead of normally I'd aim right here. Oh, some things you can do too is aim right here. Make sure it lands like short. Okay, that's not a good example. It's hard to do. Like I just naturally do it. You want it to aim low. You want to aim low so it lands short. Right like that. So then you can cover up the door and you can play behind it. So if they boost, you play behind it. They barely see you here and you have the advantage. So it's good to do that if you think they're going to boost and stuff. Just throw it kind of short like that. And then what I'll do is, if I want to rush, I have to wait till this shit goes away so I can show you. Our ground flash is good. It just depends on if it works, man. Whatever works for you. But yeah, I specifically aim to the right and throw that, so it makes a little gap in the smoke. They don't really notice it, but I do. And I can just push in here and just wrap around. If I have like a pistol or like a P90, I don't want to rush. And then I'll just like wrap around. And it's good to duck under the smoke because you see better when you're ducking because you're lower. And it's a circular object, so you see better around it. What else? I don't know. Good position, you know, just throwing a flash from back here. Anytime you're back here, you have a flash. It's good to just flash from like back there. Or like do one of those. You know, and then just peek with it. They don't usually see that coming. What else? Oh, there's like a set smoke from back here I've seen people do in FPL, but I don't really know it. I think I want to say, do you sit back here? Yeah, you have to sit back here. I think you sit in the corner of this. And I want to say you aim with like this letter or something? I forget exactly. I think it's right about here or something. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's got to be. I see them aiming like up in this area. And it smokes that off perfectly. Oh, yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's how you smoke that off perfectly. You just come in this corner and just aim like at the E, I guess. That's what I aimed at. Or whatever you want to do, you can kind of master it yourself.
Smoke.
It just smokes that off perfectly. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, a good angle to hold, like if you're holding mid, it's good to play like on CT side. Okay, now we're gonna switch over to CT. A lot of the pros will like you really want to take mid control on this map. So if you're playing in matches, try and take mid control because once you beat the mid, you can go either site and it really splits the defense. So yeah, I would recommend definitely trying to do mid control a lot. That's what like a lot of people do. Like you pretty much win a lot of maps based on taking mid control because it lets you do splits and really take map control and get them down. Anytime you get them down in numbers, as far as like a 3v3 is way better for the terrorist side because there's 2 bomb sites, so they have to split their resources between both bomb sites. So anytime you get in a 4v4 or 3v3, that favors the terrorist side. So on the CT side, you dying and just getting traded 1-for-1 is always bad. It's always a disadvantage for you. So then what I was going to say is, yeah, try and take mid control and then do splits to B or A from there. Like send 3 people mid, take mid control, kill whoever's there, have a guy hold A site, like hold map control. You know, have one just watch A push, one watch B push. That way once you take mid control, then you can go like vents to B and someone's outside of B and they help you execute. And you just split B type of thing. But what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, like playing this position. Usually you want to do like a crossfire mid if you're playing 2 people mid. Like one person watches the boost from this angle, and one person just sits here, and his responsibility is just holding the vents. So you watch this and watch that. So then the entire mid is shut down at that point. So yeah, one person watches this, one person watches this. And then like a good place to hold this from is if you sit like this, this is bad. You will die almost all the time there. This is a terrible angle. You don't want to just sit still here. Because they come flying up this, and their head moves and stuff, and they come flying up, and they'll see you. They have the advantage, because the peeker's advantage. They'll see you first and kill you every single time. So, if they're good, that is. So what you want to do is play a passive angle that's much more smart, and no one ever expects this. You just sit like right here, because eventually, the way I clear it, and just about anyone else, unless they're really good, which I guess I would check it because I know I'm really good. But you come up here, you're like, okay, they're not here, not here. Okay, I don't see him in this normal spot. And then eventually you end up walking to this spot here, sooner or later, like after a second or two. And then you just get raped by the guy sitting in that passive corner. And it doesn't give up your position and stuff. It's a good spot. So I've used that multiple times. Like if I'm getting outshot by them, I'll just sit right here. And all you really have to do is just spray the shit out of them. You just go. Just spray away. You don't even have to like have a good shot. Just go for the body shots there. They'll never see you coming and they'll die. I'm trying to think of what else. What else? Yeah, obviously you can counter boost. If you're on CT side, you can boost your teammate up and over. You gotta adapt. On CT side, it's all about adapting to what they're doing. So if you see that they're taking mid control lots, if you see they're taking mid control a lot, you wanna tell your team to stack mid and like win the mid battle. If you win the mid battle as a CT, you pretty much win the round. So if you see them going mid a lot, you'd probably want to call a 1-3-1, which is one person stay at this site, 3 people stack mid, and then one person stay at this site. And then one of the people would want to go vents right away. That way this vent person can support B, and they can also support mid like right away. So you can get the trades. So yeah, if they're like taking mid a lot, you want to stack mid. If they're doing an A take, you'd probably want to stack A, like if they take that a lot. But like let's just say the A stack, they're taking A and it's not working, and you're like losing it, your team doesn't know what they're doing because they're a bunch of scrubs, you're in open, oh my god, you're like 12, your friends are freaking out because they're immature, everything's going straight to shit. So instead of just losing the match, what you could do, which a lot of pros do, is they'll do a 0, like 3-2, or a 0-2-3, where they just stack mid and B. So like 50% of the time, think about it, like half the time you have a chance to just stack in the site they're going to. So if you stack B and mid, you have a really good chance 50% of the time they're usually going to go mid. Well, I guess it would be 66% of the time. They would go mid or B. And if you're stacked there, you have the advantage. So what pro teams will do is they'll stack their eggs in certain spots, or their players, whatever you want to call it. They'll stack mid and stack B, make sure they have that on the stronghold, and then they'll just give A site. And then they'll retake A. They'll save their nades and stuff for retaking A. Because A's kind of hard. Well, it's not hard to hold, but it's harder to retake B sites, in my opinion, than it is A. A is just very, like, you know, one-dimensional, very straightforward. If you save your nades, you nade stack this, you molly it, they're pretty much fucked. They don't have anywhere to hold from. All you can do is really hold from here, like here, maybe here, which this is a pretty shit spot once you're, like, stuck in here. You can hold from here. That's about it. And then like maybe like over here, obviously, but you can use the smoke to smoke this off. So if you use your nades to retake and stuff, it's pretty easy to retake A. That's what a lot of pros do. Is they'll stack mid and like B and then retake A. Or you can use auto snipers if you want to be gay about it. I know you're in that kind of thing, Sickers. You can use auto snipers and just be, you know, little bitches about it. Use auto snipers because a lot of like lower skilled players don't know how to counter autos. So you can just sit back with autos on them. Yeah. Trying to think of what else. You can have one guy play here or like over here and have one guy from sight flash for him so he can peek. Good spot to play is obviously headshot spot because you have cover there, or like, you know, sight default, just jiggle peek it and stuff. Another good spot, like I saw a pro do, like Hiko did this in a match last night, so it's good to like watch matches because you learn a lot of stuff from matches. In a pro match the other night, Hiko got mollied out because they know how to do the mollies, so he immediately threw a smoke right here, stopped the molly from burning him, and then he walked over here, killed one guy. And I think he killed, and then he jumped up, I think he jumped up on top of this, and then he killed another guy from here, although I guess the smoke was more like over to the side, because he could see over it.
Down smoke.
It was more like this or something, and then he was just using the smoke to his advantage. He was just peeking over the smoke, because as a CT, you're blue, and you blend in with the smoke really well, I guess especially with that background, so they really couldn't see him, and he just kept shooting them, like, over top the smoke before they saw him. So, like, you could use your smoke for that. I think that's a good spot. Okay, anyways, I think that's good. Any other questions you want me to go over real quick before I wrap it up? That's pretty much a general overview. Oh, and if you're ecoing, you would want to try and, like, stack your team members. Like, say if you just have pistols, the only advantage you have if you're saving and you have pistols and you're ecoing is your numbers. So you want to try and, like, push a spot as a team, as a group of, like, 5. Use your numbers to your advantage and push a spot. So, like, a lot of people will push, they'll flash push, like, B main and just try and, you know, group up on them and trade with pistols. Or they'll flash push A main and just push up on these guys and kill them. Like, if, you know, say there's, like, 2 rifles here and you chase them down with, like, 5 pistols and a flash, that can be pretty useful. Is this the Hiko 4K you're talking about? I don't know. Did you link it? Let me check. Did you link it? I didn't see it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Did you link it? Is this the Hiko 4K you're talking about? Where is it? You didn't link it. Did you forget the link? Anyways. Okay, I think that's good now. I think Sigur's like fell asleep. It's probably past his bedtime. Okay. So, now the